tonight?
It looks like we're just a small group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Governor, do you want to say anything or should I just start?
Over to you.
Okay.
You're the genius. Thank you. I should say thank you. Gratitude, gratitude.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anything to help, for sure. So thanks for coming out tonight. Colleen actually was the impetus for my thinking around this because she put up a post in the Facebook group asking about doing press release, and that got me thinking that I had recently used Chat GPT to quickly and easily write a press release for our announcement that our awards applications were open. And I thought, gosh, I wonder if other people know about this. And if not, then I'll just try to share what I know. I should start with that disclaimer. I'm not an expert on Chat GPT by any stretch of the imagination. I really only know how to do the most basic things. And if you know how to do the most basic things, you will be amazed what it can do for you. You will just be amazed. So I'm not also going to go very deep into it. I'm really just going to talk about those basics, like how to create an account, how to use it, and then we'll do some examples so that you can see how fast it is and how to use some of the conversational part to get more out of it. And then by the end of all of this, you'll just have a basic foundation and be able to get started for yourself and for your club. I think that you'll be really amazed at how much you can do just with the very basic foundations and the free account. You don't need the paid account. You can get the paid account, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was reading a bit about it this morning, and it sounds like it's going to be very helpful.
You're going to be surprised. Yeah. So what is Chat GPT? So I don't have this memorized. It is a powerful language model. It's developed by a company called OpenAI, and it is specifically designed for conversational purposes. So there are other AI tools out there that do all kinds of other things to analyze data and numbers and generate and work with images and videos. Like AI is amazing, some of the stuff it can do, but Chat GPT's strength really is language. And so it is designed to understand and generate very human-like text. And that makes it really versatile for so many applications. And I told you already that we're just going to use the free version. So how does it actually work? Well, Chat GPT learns to understand and respond by learning from a mix of conversations and internet knowledge. So first it goes out and it reads a ton of stuff on the internet so that it understands how words and sentences work together. And then after that, it learns how to respond in a way that's helpful and user-friendly. Some of the ideas for how you can use it for grant proposal writing, for example. You can use it to assist with writing really compelling grant proposals and funding applications. Also for content creation, we're going to look at a little bit of that tonight, examples of that, for blog posts, for social media posts, for articles, for magazines, for newsletters, all kinds of really great content that you can create with it quite easily. You can use it for communication purposes. So to write an email or a letter to someone, sponsor or donor request letters, that sort of thing, or emails. I had a situation last week where I had written the email, but I really just needed to sign it off and I really wanted to touch on some specific things, and the words just weren't coming to me. And I just jumped over there and just typed in a very small prompt, and it gave me like 3 examples of how I could close off this email that I was writing. And so I took kind of a little bit from each of them and it was all done like that, which was so great because I would have been sitting there for hours going, no, not that, no, not that. Yeah, so it can do all those things. You can actually use it for language translation as well. I know that we don't deal with that as much here, but you know, I would think at SIA, for example, if they're not already using some kind of paid translation service, for sure, you can easily translate things. So that works well too. You can use it for event planning. You can draft event descriptions, invitations, promotional materials, sponsorship opportunity packages. We're actually going to use that as one of our examples tonight. Is the Western Canada Region Conference. We'll do that and see how that sponsorship opportunity package comes out. Meeting agendas, those kind of things. And of course, for social media engagement. So social media posts, stuff that you can actually train it in what your brand language is, or your own conversational language. It can pick up on the type and style of speech that you use commonly. So it's very cool. All right. So important to remember that this tool is really just meant to complement what we're already doing. You do have to go in, you do have to go back. And what I do basically is I put in a prompt, I get a response, and then I take that and I usually copy and paste it into a Google Doc or a Word doc. And then I fix it up and reword it if something, you know, sometimes I ask it to do it for me. If it's really seriously out of line, but I really have not found that it's been really off base. I'm really shocked at how close to sounding like what I would say and at the vocabulary level that I would use. You can, and we'll see this in a few examples, you can actually tell it that. You can say, write this to me like I'm a 6-year-old, you know, or revise it. And then it'll take a really complex description and it'll rewrite it in really simple grammar and vocabulary. It's pretty amazing. But you do have to, you know, be ethical about it. I don't know if anyone else knew this, but there were some concerns this year with Live Your Dream applications that people had used Chat GPT to write the essay part of their applications. And so there's some ethical concerns with it. We're not doing anything nefarious with it. We're just, I mean, it can figure out how to plan ideas for a child's birthday party. It can figure out a travel itinerary for 12 days on a romantic vacation in Europe. It can do all kinds of everyday things without, you know, getting into sort of the ethical things about it. So hopefully you'll have opportunity to learn it in those ways, to use it for those things. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen at some point here, Suzanne. She gave me, yeah, that looks like the right one. Okay, can you all see the screen? Yes. Okay. So basically just go to Google and you're going to type in chat.openai.com. And I'm starting from, oh, it opened up our account, our club's account. Oh, darn. I want to start with a totally fresh account and show you how to create it from scratch, but it's automatically opened up our club account. Let's see, have I got another one open here? No, I don't. It opened up our club account. Okay. I could log out of this one, I suppose. But I just made the account in a person's name. I made it club as the first name and president as the second name. And then the company is Soroptimist International of Victoria West Shore. So that's how you could create one for your club. So it's chat.openai.com. All right. Now notice in the top left up here, we are using Chat GPT 3.5. That's the free version. When I drop down this little arrow, you can go to Chat GPT 4, and that's the paid version. The big thing coming with the newer version is that it's going to be attached to Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine. So it's going to be that much smarter. But from the research I was doing, many people, experts, are saying it's way slower. It's got a lot more data to hum through, so it's slower. But trust me, for our needs, for our clubs, you can do a ton just with the free version, which is 3.5. So when you go there, I really am mad that it's doing this. I'm gonna log out of our account and see what happens. Yes, this is what you all should have seen. And then you saw, so I thought, oh, I'll make an account for myself. There we go. Now you just got to get a bunch of stuff out of the way here. Okay. I'll just use my own email address. I won't use the Soroptimist one. Oh, I didn't think of that. It's going to want me to go and get my password. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to have to unshare the screen for. Let me unshare.
I was going to say, I think that's okay. If there's nothing strange about how to create the account, right? It's kind of a normal create an account version.
Yes,
System
it is. It goes immediately to that screen that you saw.
Yeah. So let's pretend we created an account.
Okay, so let me log in back into the Soroptimist one then. Oh, of course I didn't save the password. Okay, just hang on. I got to go find the password. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so you should see a blank screen. Am I still sharing? No, I stopped sharing. So let me start the share again. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's just do a little navigation on the screen. So the place where you're going to be putting in what are called prompts is down here at the bottom in this chat box where it says message Chat GPT. That's where you're going to type in your prompts. In the middle of the screen, it gives you some ideas of ones that you can do, and they may or may not be useful. On the left-hand side of the screen at the very top is the button. You could press that to start a new chat, but you can also just start typing in that box at the bottom. And then on the left-hand side has a list of it keeps a record of all the ones that you've done before. And that's handy because you can go back to them. Okay. So let me I got to find my notes here now because I took them off the screen. What else did I want to talk to you about? Yeah, we did.
I'm not having any success getting it up on my iPad. It keeps wanting me to pay for it.
I don't know. I've never tried it with iPad. People often forget that iPads are not full-blown computers. They're sort of a cross between a phone and a tablet. They're not full, so you might need to create an account on a desktop. That would be my only advice. Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
Okay. All right. So, all right, we're going to do that. Okay, so here are some of the things that you can do. It gets really cool. So you can ask it, if you ask it and it produces an answer, then you can ask it to expand on the answer by asking for additional points. So if you said, give me 5 reasons why it's a good idea to volunteer, and it gives you 5, then you could ask it to expand on that and say, give me 5 more, and it would do it again, and it would give you 10. And then maybe they're long 3 or 4 sentence answers. You could say, shorten each answer to 1 sentence, and it would shorten them. You could say, expand it. You could say, expand each answer to a paragraph. You could say, write a 1,000-word essay on these 10 points, or a 1,000-word blog post on these 10 points, and it would do that. It's crazy. And you'll see how fast it is. It's so amazing. You can ask it to put it in bullet form instead of paragraphs. You can ask it to put it in a table format instead of paragraphs. I told you the one, write it like a 6-year-old, or you can say, write it like a college professor. or write it like a travel agent, and it'll take on all of those things. So let's jump in, and I'm actually just going to show you some of the ones that we've done, because I mean we can try and produce one here. Oh, this was kind of a fun one that was easy. I'll just show you a really simple one. Where's that Diwali one? Here. When I did a post for Diwali, I didn't know what hashtags to use. And so I literally, this is all I typed was Diwali hashtags. And it gave me a list of 20 of them right away. And so once you get an answer like this, there are buttons at the bottom. Can you see those little icons? There's one that looks like a clipboard. If you click that one, it'll copy it to your clipboard, and then you can take it off into a Word document or someplace where you'd like to edit it and do work with the text. You can give it the thumbs up or the thumbs down. This actually helps it to learn better. So go ahead and use those. If you give it the thumbs up, it thinks, oh, well, I gave the right answer when she asked that particular question. And then there's the little redo it again arrow that you can click to ask it to produce, if you didn't like any of them and you want it to do some more. So I can do it again. Let's do Christmas hashtags. And that's all you have to write. We're going to get into some more detailed prompts as we go along here, but you can make them as simple as this, simply by just putting in a couple of words, and watch how fast it is. I didn't even tell it how many. It produced 20. But if I wanted to do, so I did one previously that was quotes by women, about women by women, about women by women, so that we could use them in our social media and break them down. And there it is. It just shoots them out. It's just crazy. And then you can say, give me 15 more. And off it goes to give you 15 more. I mean, really, it's that simple. What do you think?
And you could focus on, like it said, uplifting and empowering. And so you could focus on economic empowerment, for instance.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
You want me to do that? Okay. So I like to say from the above. You don't have to, but you can. From the above, give me the ones focused on empowerment. And so then it will have just pulled those ones out. Now, I didn't check them, how many there. It's probably thinking, these are all about empowerment. These themes, then it finishes, these quotes emphasize themes of strength, courage, individuality, and the empowerment of women. Yeah. Now, these are really general prompts that I'm using. You can use really specific prompts, and let's use our example of a press release, which was the one, I'll try and find that one. Press release, there you go. So the prompt that I used said, create a press release that announces that effective August 1st, 2020. See, I was really specific because I wanted it to give it as much preempting as I could. That effective August 1st, 2023, Soroptimist International Victoria West Shore will be accepting applications for its 9 education awards for women worth more than $15,000, with a call to action for potential applicants to go to this URL. And then it knew the format and everything. It knew how to lay the whole thing out. And I think I changed some stuff in here. I ended up copying it into, and so it left these things blank. See how it didn't know what the spokesperson's name or title was going to be? It leaves those things blank, and then you can just fill them in, which is what we did. We just put our president's name in there. And it was really close. There wasn't that much that I needed to change. It knew where, to send them for information about us. It knew I didn't write this last paragraph, it did. So it's picked that up from our website.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Oh,
I know. Very cool, right?
wow. Wow.
I know. And like I said, those are the easiest ones to do. I'll pick one as well that was a good one for, because then we started to promote on social media our education awards. So yeah, look at what I asked it. Write 5 social media posts encouraging women to apply for Soroptimist Victoria West Shores Education Awards before the November 15th deadline. And it took on the marketing voice, which was fantastic because I'm terrible at writing marketing copy. I'm terrible at it. So it calling all amazing women, like it did that on, and I was like, yes, that's exactly ready to take your education to the next level. It popped in that marketing voice and I didn't have to ask it to. I could have said, as my, in the voice of my marketer or as my marketing coach, as my writing assistant, I could have used wording like that to start, but I didn't. I really just put in the basics. That's what I'm trying to emphasize to you. Don't be worried about your script not being absolutely perfect, your prompt. You can just put in the basics. And if it's not exact, then you can go into the chat box and ask it for more and say, this wasn't quite right. I want it to be more focused on something else. There's another one that I want to show you, and it throws in all the hashtags, which is great. It picked up hashtags that I never would have thought of. Ones like when we did the burger, we had the big wheel burger thing happening in the month of August. It came up with the hashtag burgers for girls or something like that, and it was a great hashtag. It worked out perfect.
It even picked up it says your dreams are worth investing in.
Yeah. This one was really useful the other day. There's 2 things that I want to show you. The one, no. Was it this one? Oh, this one. So, World Financial Group, and one of our members, Joyce Ingram, works for World Financial Group. And she's been holding these little workshops, and the money that she gets from the entry fee, she gave to us to put towards an education award. So I write a social media post thanking Joyce Ingram and World Financial Group for their contribution to our Give Her Wings Education Award. And then I followed up by saying, connect SIVW and WFG through their belief in education. And so that was really great because it added an extra paragraph. This one, at Soroptimist International, we believe that education has the power to transform lives, opening doors of opportunity, creating a brighter future. It's a belief we share with World Financial Group, an organization that understands the value of knowledge and empowerment. So again, it really does that whole marketing voice, which I'm no good at. I really appreciate this because that's not I'm a technical writer. I write user manuals for software programs. That's my background, right? So finding that marketing voice is great because I thought that was a lot more uplifting and a really great way to connect our club with that particular sponsor. And all I had to do was tell it a little bit that we both believe in education. That's really all I had to tell it. And then it put all the words around it. So one other example, where are we at? 6:30? I wanted to show you was the other day, we were struggling with, so our Stella supper, which used to always be a supper, turned into a luncheon last time. And so now they're thinking, the committee is thinking about changing the name from Stella Suppers to Stella something else. And we couldn't, nobody would, we were throwing out all these ideas, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw it into Chat GPT and see what happens. And so I asked it to brainstorm. So that's another thing that you can ask it to do, is brainstorm ideas. So I don't know, maybe you're having an event Maybe you're having a something that you need to put a name to. You can ask Chat GPT to do the brainstorming. So I said, brainstorm names for a meal event created by Stella. That's all I said. And it came up with that none of them are really very good, but we had some good laughs at them. Stella's Taste Extravaganza, you know, Stella's Stellar Bites Banquet. It got a little gastronomy gala with Stella. And so then I didn't like any of them. And so I said, generate more, do it again. And again, you know, they're a bit out there. And then I said, generate more. So I just did it 3 times. And then I decided I knew it maybe needs more information. So I said, brainstorm new names for a dinner or lunch event that is now called Stella's Supper. And so it came up with a bunch of names, none of them which I think we're going to go with. But it actually got the juices going and got everybody thinking about, oh, you know, it doesn't just have to be Stella's Supper, which is really simple. Maybe there's a bunch of words here that we could riff off of. You know, it just was that whole brainstorming thing and having the ability to just throw up more and more ideas and see if something came out of it. I'm trying to think if there are any more. If we had it actually right that we hired this person as part of our this grant that we got, and we needed to write a contract for that person. And so that's what I put in the prompt: create a contract for the successful digital communications specialist based on the request for proposals from Soroptimist International, Victoria West Shore. So I had also used Chat GPT to help us write the request for proposals. And it was like a 6-page document, and it was produced in under a minute. And then we just took it into a Word document and worked the text, added a few paragraphs that it didn't specify, some things that we wanted to include, and we were done. It was fantastic. Okay, your turn. Do you have any ideas of things you want to try?
How about something for Dream It Be It? Because Kathy's my co-chair. So what do you got for Dream It Be It?
Okay. So what do you want to ask it?
Kathy, what do we want to ask it? You're on mute.
Like, are you looking for a name? Are you looking for a...
No,
Oh, you know what?
do we want a press release for our Dream It Be It Girls Conference?
Yeah, we could do that. Do a press
Okay,
release.
so write a press release for, what's the date?
February 10th at Kwantlen Polytech University, KPU.
Just a sec. Dream It Be It conference at, sorry, where's it at?
KPU.
KPU. Write a press release for the February 10th, 2024 Dream It Be It conference at KPA, being hosted by Soroptimist International of, what's your club?
Surrey Delta and SI White Rocks.
Surrey Delta
and White Rock.
White Rock.
2 words for White Rock.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Look at it, it even throws that in. Conference to inspire and empower you.
Look at that. And they even got the correct wording for Kwantlen.
Highlights, a quote.
Holy moly.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
It's just amazing. And for me, I love it because it's a place to start.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost all, it's like 90% there. I just have to take that into a Word document and make sure all the details are there that we want to be there. So let's see what it wrote. It seems to have written it in a kind of a marketing way. Dream It Be It conference to inspire empowering youth. So it even knew it was for youth at KPU. Soroptimist International Global Volunteer Organization committed to improving the lives of women and girls is proud to announce the upcoming Dream It Be It conference on February 10th, hosted at, oh, it even knew how to spell that out. Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
The event aims to inspire and empower young individuals to dream big and achieve their fullest potential. The conference, organized by the Surrey Delta and White Rock chapters, so you would want to say clubs or maybe change the words there, will bring together prominent speakers, mentors, and community leaders. If that's not correct, then you just edit that part to say really
No, that's correct.
what the content of the day is going to be. To engage with the youth in an interactive and impactful setting, the day-long event will feature insightful sessions, workshops, discussions, professional development, goal setting, and overcoming challenges.
So good.
Pretty cool, hey?
Wow,
I know.
amazing.
Yeah. It's my friend. I leave it open on my desktop all the time now. Like I said the other
Can
day,
we,
I just needed a paragraph. That's all I needed was to finish the finishing paragraph. And it just got me over that hump in no time.
So I want to call Ballard Power Systems tomorrow to ask them about sponsorship for the conference.
Yeah.
Will it give me some ideas about what to say? I mean, I've written her an email, and I now I want to follow that up.
Okay. So what are you thinking you would say? What
Well,
you ask it? Like you have to think in terms, this is a conversation.
right.
So you're asking it a question that
Right.
you want it to answer. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
So what would I say to appeal to Ballard Power Systems for them to sponsor a workshop about girls' education and climate action?
Let's start there. It wrote a letter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got STEM in there.
Kieran's husband told me about this program and I've been dying to try it.
And now you know how easy it is.
Yeah,
Right?
right. Yeah, we were talking about it at the Christmas party on Saturday as well. Wow.
Okay, so it gives you a little bit of its answer there at the top, and then it
Right.
goes right into writing the letter, the subject, proposal for sponsorship.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Dear the person, I hope this letter finds you well. My name is, and you've already done, you're kind of past this, right? Are you saying
Yeah,
yours is more of a follow-up conversation? This seems like it would be the first letter, the first email that you would have sent.
yes.
Okay.
I suppose you could say something like talking points to gather sponsorship. With maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it says our research indicates that Ballard Power Systems has a commendable.
Where do you see that?
Hold on.
Yes.
A little bit up.
See, this is good here. We believe this workshop aligns perfectly, and it goes into why it aligns perfectly, which is great.
Yeah. Can you go back up a bit, Sandra, please?
Yeah.
Our research there.
There. Our research indicates has a commendable track record in supporting initiatives related to environmental sustainability and education. Right, company's expertise in clean energy solution. Okay, see, that's good.
There you go, right? The words are there.
Wow.
This would have been great if it was your first email that you were writing to them, the introductory one, right? For the first time too.
Yeah.
Could it embed our logo into the email subject line?
Sorry?
I think we would have to do that. This is Sandra does a copy and paste.
Because sometimes,
right?
So people just don't open emails, but if we have something with our logo in the subject line,
So it's suggested a subject here, Barbara, and are you suggesting something more for that
I
subject?
was just suggesting putting our logo in, because it down further, it says, and place your logo, but I'm thinking if we could do it in the subject line.
But I
It's
think this would be their
scroll-
logo for sponsorship.
Scroll, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
but their
It
logo,
wouldn't be our logo. I think it would
you have to
be,
back up a bit.
Oh,
See,
this is,
okay,
Yes, it's
see,
talk-
see, logo placement, see?
this is
That's
telling them
their
what they
logo
would get
Okay,
for,
okay,
for
okay, got
sponsoring.
it, okay.
Yes.
so maybe it would be a follow-up letter to Ballard Power System regarding sponsorship or potential sponsorship. So I don't know if that would make a difference or not.
And another thought I had was maybe you read the subject line and it was not very inspiring. So I'm gonna just
That's,
alter-
yeah.
alternative subject lines to the,
Yes. Put in
Well,
more
just-
inspiring.
You have to have a subject line that grabs.
so there's a whole bunch. Championing change, sponsorship.
Okay,
Yeah.
Empowering through education, fueling progress.
progress.
That's good.
That's a good
Partnering
one.
for good, that's a good one, yeah.
Would you
Mhm.
like me to copy this into an email and send it to you tonight, Sue?
That'd be awesome.
So
Yeah.
you've got it for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I gotta get the account going and do this.
So let me show you how
Yeah.
it's done. So you just click on this little clipboard. Now this is, I think,
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's going to copy the whole thing or just the previous response, but I think it's going to probably be the whole thing. But let me just go to my email program. Do I have email?
Wow, that was incredible.
I do.
Mhm.
I want to do it to get advertising on Bob's website.
Suzanne,
Oh, yeah.
Suzanne, what's
Send-
your email?
SUZ.Heron
Yeah,
at Gmail.
at Gmail.
Wow.
Yes, it only gave me those subject lines, so I will go back later
okay.
and copy the whole thing. for you,
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let me get back on the screen here.
Those are fantastic though.
Mhm.
I know, right? Isn't that incredible? And how fast that was that it came up with those ideas? And
If
they're-
you are still able to send the Dream It Be It for us, that would be great for Kathy and I.
okay,
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
yeah. And so here you see that they're saved over here on the left-hand
Ah.
side. So you can go back to
Right.
it anytime you want.
Oh, yeah, okay, dream it, be it, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was the one that we did the press release for their Dream It Be It.
Mhm.
Wow.
I know.
There's so many uses for this, even personal uses, never mind Soroptimist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a free
Yeah.
program, so you can use it.
Yeah.
And Suzanne, for our next friendship link, our friendship sharing Soroptimist stories
Oh, yeah.
for
Oh,
January.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. For sure.
Very cool.
I'll pop in the chat before we leave. There's one guy, I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of videos. A lot of them were too high level. But there's one guy that I watched and his was pretty informative and easy to understand. So I'll give you a link. I'll pop a
Okay.
link in the chat. And
Perfect.
if you want to go and
Yeah.
he gives a bit more in-depth kinds of prompts that you can write. And now, so here's a good one. Let's go to this sponsorship one. And let's just to show you, I don't know the right words, so I'm just going to guess, present the above in a table.
Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
Oh, wow, that's quite a table. I've never seen one like that. I've only, it's like in code. I've only ever seen it
Yeah.
actually just presented,
I
to
can read, I can read that, yeah.
just give a table.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Wow.
say not a code table of code.
Mm.
Let's see what happens. My apologies, it did it again.
Gee, Bob could use this for working on his website.
Yeah, it writes website
Um,
copies. Really, you
yeah.
just have to give it the prompts and
Yeah.
say, you know, if you're writing the About Us page, just give it the prompts, you know, we're a Surrey-based company that, you know, deals with whatever the details are, and write that in your prompt and say, produce an About Us page for a website. And it'll do it. It's just amazing to me what it can
Yeah,
do.
it might work for the
Amazing.
WCR website.
Yes.
Yeah, so many ways
Yeah.
to use it.
Yeah.
Are your brains all working?
And overdrive.
Mine is.
In overdrive, right? How can
Yeah.
I use this? How can I use this? All the ways. It's been a godsend for social media for us. I won't go into it too deeply, but in Canva now, some of you I know are starting to
Yeah.
use Canva.
Yeah, I use Canva.
Canva has a lot of its own AI tools now.
Hmm.
And one of them that they have, so you know, we did that one prompt that was quotes about women by women, something like that.
Hmm.
You can,
Yeah.
there's a tool now in Canva where you can just go and tell it to get that list, and it will generate a little Canva image with each quote on it, so that
Yeah.
and then you just download them and upload them to your social media.
I think it's called
You can-
Magic something, isn't it? Surely.
One
or
of the
something.
tools is called Magic Write, and it
Right,
kind
yeah,
of,
Magic Write,
works like
yeah.
Chat GPT does. It helps you to write.
You can tell Canva to go and get the list from Chat GPT.
You take the list from Chat GPT and you put it into a Google sheet or a spreadsheet,
Yeah,
so that there's
okay.
one quote on each line, and then it has a little tool in there now that will go and get that spreadsheet and generate a whole
Wow.
series.
I
Yeah,
haven't tried it yet, but it's there.
Canva's
Wow.
got some amazing tools now, amazing. And I
Yeah.
encourage all of you, if you haven't already, sorry, I don't remember which month. I'm gonna say July, I think was the July Best for Women newsletter from SIA. Down at the very bottom, they put tools there for us now. And one of them usually is a Canva template. But
Right.
that particular month, they suggested that we all get Canva for nonprofits. And so I thought, oh, that's not going to work. You're going to need a CRA number, right?
Mhm.
And I didn't. I went into Canva and I went to the thing for nonprofits, and it just wanted you to write a bunch of stuff about your club and what your projects are and what your, you know, objectives are and your goals as an organization, your mission and all that stuff. I just copied it all off our website. And
Well, because our club pays a yearly subscription to that.
I know, we ended up getting it for free because
Oh, I
Yes.
want to check that out.
Yeah, ours
go
is free
check
as
that
well.
out. Do go check that out for sure. It shocked me that we got approved, and it was almost instant. It was like within 10 minutes, they came back and said, yeah, you're approved. And it's so fabulous. You get so many. We should do a workshop one night just on all the stuff in there now. Because
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
for sure.
you can
And the same with,
sorry?
sorry, Sandra, and the same with Google for nonprofits. I met someone who is an executive director for a nonprofit who is helping us with our girls conference, and she thought we should have the Google for nonprofits. So like the Canva, there's no cost. You can also, if someone leaves and you're able to still share those documents, and there's again no cost. And Ness said that she would be more than happy to help us. She's helping us with doing our posts and our website for the girls conference right now with White Rock. But I think, you know, using these tools, and also to have, I know that Barbara and a few others like yourself, Sandra, have a Soroptimist email, but others are using our personal Gmails, so that we could have, you know, something Soroptimist, even in Western Canada, like WC, but just some way of being able to use these free tools. And there's, the sharing of the documents, so that if we have, the Dream It Be It or the Live Your Dream, if we have a great letter that we can share or a press release, then yes, we can use the Chat GPT, but we can also share something that, hey, we just came across, we've got this and we'd like to share it.
For sure. All right.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you. That's
Same time next
amazing.
week.
Information.
Time to go explore and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
no kidding.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, but I
It's,
think also getting